Oh, do time for another beer review. This one is my first comparison review for the channel. One that I'm actually not looking forward to in a weird kind of way. This is Efes Pilsener, whatever it's called, versus the Draft. I've never had this one. I've had this one about 3 times. I used to hold this one. I had so many good memories because I remember like I used to have it when I was about 17-year-old and I was drinking it in my mate's bedroom. We used to watch the football at his house. But I had it a couple of years back and it weren't the best. I've never had this, but I picked this up in B&M and I saw that there and I thought, right, I'm going to do the two. But Jonathan on Northern Southern Beer Reviews has just reviewed this yesterday and he didn't give it a very glowing review, so this could be a review about which beer is slightly better than the other one. So this one, they're both 5%. I think that I'm assuming this is kind of like a draft version. This is supposed to replicate a draft, so it comes in. It looks like a keg, and I'm using the same glassware. Other than that, we will just see what happens, and let's get these two beers open. Right, so I'll open the draft first. It's got these pieces of paper on the top. Right, so we'll get this out. So yeah, 5. This is they're both 5%. Yeah, we'll see what we get. All right, so there's the draft, and there's the crown. This one smells a bit. I've got a real bit of like a skunky whiff off this one already. I've got a bigger whiff as I'm cracking these two open. So, yes, right. So this is the Pilsner, this is the Draft. So colour-wise, there is very little between them. There looks like there's a little bit more carbonation rolling up to the head on the Pilsner, and yeah, there's less bubbles going to the top of the head. Both got, I'll just give this one a top up, but both have got similar sized heads. Right, let's get the nose on this one. There's not a lot on the nose. There is a slight malt note, but it doesn't smell of much. This one smells a little bit skunky off the bottle, and there's a slight citrus note. So they do have slightly similar scents. This one looks like it's got a little bit more carbonation, the Pilsner has, than the Draft. Right, let's get the important bit, the taste test. Right, we'll go for the Draft first. It's got metallic, very metallic. A little bit malty. Body's not as thin as I thought it was going to be, but the metallic notes are quite coming out, and it leaves a harsh bitterness on the finish. Pilsner. Less flavour. Little bit body's a lot thinner. There is citrus notes, but it doesn't really. But it feels a bit gassier. I feel like I'm going to burp already. This is a tough one because they do taste different. Do you prefer the taste to metal, or would you rather have a burp? Neither of which are good lagers. I am not going to say that either of which are fantastic, but let's go back in on the Draft. No, neither of which are fantastic. If you had to nail me down, I'd probably prefer the draft. But they're neither of which are special. I had this when I went to Turkey, and it was beautiful. It was like 30 odd degrees. It was red hot, and I enjoyed it. I had it in wet, miserable Carlisle one Saturday afternoon, and it was horrible. So yeah, neither of which are doing out for me. I'm probably gonna, if I had to nail my colours, I'd go for the draft. This is slightly better than this one, but hey ho. If you've had both, let me know what you think. It's like who's won the race to the bottom. I've now got the challenge of having to drink both of these, so great. So yes, Efes draft is slightly better, but not by much, than Efes Pilsener, but neither of which are fantastic. But hey ho, on to the next one.